There are currently some projects ongoing in the AI training platforms which requires users to create prompt that stumps a model. Example is Project Seal on Handshake and a lot more. I am creating this guide because I know a lot of people are struggling with creating such prompts. Today, I will be teaching you how to create prompts that stumps model and you can make money from them. First, you need to understand that AI models are very smart, but they are not perfect. Here are the exact places they still fail, and these are the places you should attack. The first is precise number recall. Models frequently get the approximate number right but miss the exact value required by the rules. For example, reporting 19% instead of 19.4% or 5% instead of 4.9%. They also commonly round, drop a decimal, or pull a secondary endpoint number instead of the primary one. 2. Confusing highly similar entities. For example, clinical medicine is full of near-identical names. Emperor-reduced versus emperor-preserved. DAPA-HF versus deliver. Different doses or indications of the same drug. Brand name versus generic name. Models regularly swap these even when the source text makes the distinction crystal clear. 3. Extracting the correct arm or group. A model may correctly identify the trial but then report the placebo arm number, the combined population number, or a subgroup result instead of the exact treatment arm figure your prompt asked for. 4. Relying on parametric memory instead of the source. Even when a free primary source is available, models often answer from their internal knowledge. If that knowledge is slightly outdated, rounded, or contaminated by secondary sources, the short answer is wrong even though the correct fact is publicly available. 5. Mixing primary versus secondary/exploratory results. The model finds the right paper, but then pulls a number from the abstract secondary findings, a press release, or a review article rather than the exact primary endpoint value stated in the source. In this video, I will show you concrete examples using both the science and technology domain and the health and medicine domain. Step-by-step guide on how to check research papers and craft compliant prompts. Step 1. Choose a narrow, factual topic. Pick a small, concrete area in clinical medicine where precise numbers or short facts exist across multiple trials. Good examples are SGLT2 inhibitors in heart failure, specific GLP-1 trials, landmark anticoagulation trials. Avoid broad or controversial topics. Step 2. Find 3 or more free primary sources. Search PubMed, Google Scholar, or the journal websites for the original full papers, not reviews or news articles. Prefer the official published version, PDF or HTML. Immediately test each link in an incognito private window. If it asks for login, institutional access, or payment, discard it and find another source. Keep only papers that open fully with no barrier. Step 3. Open and carefully check each paper. For every paper you keep, open the full text. Locate the exact section that contains the fact you want, usually the results section, a table, or the primary endpoint paragraph. Highlight or note the precise short answer, for example, 19.4%, 2020, 97.103 mg twice daily. Confirm there is no ambiguity. Write down the exact short answer next to the paper title or DOI. Step 4. Turn those verified facts into a prompt that forces the model to use multiple sources and still fails. Now let's craft a sample prompt. We will be looking at this research paper and be noting some numbers. This is the Gemini 1 and Gemini 2 clinical trial paper. First, let's note the number of participants randomized to dolutegravir plus lamivudine arm in Gemini 1, and the number is 356. Next, the number randomized to the dolutegravir plus lamivudine arm in Gemini 2, and the number is 360. Let's check the single trial paper. Next, let's note the total number of participants who received at least one dose in the single trial, and the number is 833. Now let's turn this into a prompt. What is the number of participants randomized to dolutegravir plus lamivudine arm in Gemini 1, the number randomized to the dolutegravir plus lamivudine arm in Gemini 2, and the total number of participants who received at least one dose in the single trial? Add the numbers together to give a whole number. Now let's test the prompt on ChatGPT to see if it stumps it. We should expect 1449 as the final answer. Anything short of that, it means we have successfully stumped the model. After testing on ChatGPT, the model gave 1552, which is wrong, meaning we successfully stumped the model. Now I've shown you how to stump any model. You can now go on any AI tasking platforms like Outlier, Handshake to stump any model stumping related tasks and earn yourself some cash. If there is any other domains you want me to create a model stumping prompts for, let me know in the comment section.